Hello, Leo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month November tarot and oracle card reading. We are going to start here right away with an oracle. And you have the card of spirituality. I love this because everything begins here. Everything is energy and we attract what we are. So with this, becoming more spiritually aware, more spiritually focused, choosing a spiritual path. So if you have opportunities to go to some sort of a spiritual workshop, even if it's something online, recently Gaia opened up a series to people that pay for Gaia TV, of course. And I think it is somewhat limited, but it's just another way to plug in. Okay, hear the message. Again, you can find lots of free materials, though, online, too. It doesn't have to cost you money. Your spirituality does not have to cost, all right? But let's see what the cards can tell you. Detailed Celtic cross style reading today. Your current situation is the Ace of Wands. The immediate influence, though, is the Seven of Swords. We're going to talk about that. You have the Ace of Pentacles in your subconscious, the Tower in the distant past, the Four of Swords. If you haven't been on speaking terms with somebody who's jealous, I do feel like they're going to make contact. You have the Eight of Swords coming towards you. You're represented by the Ten of Wands. The person or situation you're attracting is represented by the Fool. You have the Five of Wands in your hopes and fears, the Empress and the outcome. Okay, so let's keep moving forward here, guys. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot, the energy of justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like you're moving forward away from somebody who I feel like makes a resurgence, all right? Somebody that I don't feel like is worth your time. I feel like you have new opportunities, and it's like, well, when there's something new happening in your life, what are they doing showing up? So I feel like with this energy, you have more money coming in. I feel like you may have more prestige. If you're waiting on some kind of a lawsuit getting settled, these are yes cards. But the energy of justice is also about making your choices more carefully, of evaluating where do you spend your time, where do you put your efforts and your focus. And if you invest a lot of time in a person or a situation that didn't give a return, and all of a sudden here they are again, if you were doing a side hustle through an app, and one of these things where it predicts all kinds of money, and after you sit down and calculate, you go, look, I'm making $9 an hour doing this, and it's causing wear and tear in my car. I'm not doing it. It could even be something like that where they say, oh, and try to lure you back. I keep seeing snakes, so I feel like it is somebody who's trying to do some kind of some kind of smooth talk. Like they know they are not offering something that you can have elsewhere. Okay, I feel like they know that they come up short. And with that Queen of Pentacles, nothing but the best will do. Allow yourself to be a perfectionist. Even if you say, look, I'm in kind of a bind, I'll take what I can get. That Queen of Pentacles tells you don't have to. So there's no sense of urgency there. She, like I said, she is a perfectionist. She wants everything done right, and she won't settle for less. So even if you're like building a house, be scrupulous. Look at even other, things the builder has built. If there's something like a floor plan, like a specific floor plan, walk through other finished models. Because I feel like somebody here will catch mistakes. Okay, that's why I'm saying that. Like you're going to catch mistakes and things. And so, if you do something like you move into a place, you videotape the place, or you rent a car, videotape the car. That sort of thing, attention to detail, is going to save you some stress, is how I get it. Now, the Chariot energy here has you conquering things. It's triumph, victory, but it's also very stable. So I feel like they're saying, too, when you're right, you're right. And know that. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't let some salesperson gaslight you. And I feel like with the Chariot, you're going to know what you know, and you're going to move forward. Now, I love it that you have the Empress and the outcome, and that what you're attracting is the Fool. But I also like it that you have these two. Let's see if I can get them all in the same thing. I think this is very meaningful. All that yellow in the card, okay, forecasts warmth It's wonderful in terms of the environment, where you're going to not only feel safe and secure, but you're going to feel robust. If it's a loving relationship and you have somebody coming back around that you don't trust, go towards the new. Run, don't walk, because you have the Empress in the outcome. That is true love. Okay. If you have somebody that has treated you badly, and if they could walk away from you once, I don't know how they could do that, because you have somebody here that would never even think about it. It's just not who they are. Even if you can't see that now, I feel like with that Empress energy, this is not somebody that walks out on you ever. It's somebody who's there for you, that rides for you harder than you've ever had somebody. Okay, it's somebody who, when they say they mean love, they mean it. And so you have something here that's very special. Go for it. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't let anybody talk you into thinking that you're somehow crazy or you're overreacting or any of that nonsense. So I just had to tell you that because it felt really strong. So you have somebody, like I said, I feel like with the Seven of Swords energy, it's somebody who feels quite jealous. I feel like as you move forward and have new things coming, they are insecure and they let you know it in ways that are very passive aggressive. Now, again, they may come sort of a wolf in sheep's clothing, trying to lure you back. And even too, if it's something like a business where I feel like they can tell somehow through the algorithm. I mean, you know how AI is, it's tracking our every move. I feel like they can tell something where they start trying to offer you discounts. Like if you're seriously considering canceling something, I feel like you start getting emails, we'll save you $20 for this month or whatever, or we're going to lower your rates. And you say, that is so weird. It's not weird. It's like they can tell. They have information that we just seem to leave in a footprint. But with that Ace of Wands, you have new ideas. You have new people coming in. It's exhilarating. Lean into it, okay? Lean into that Ace of Wands, because with the new, there's nothing untrustworthy there. I feel like it's somebody that comes back around, and they may cause you to give pause and hesitation. I feel like with the Seven and the Eight of Swords, where they're placed today, it's important. But that Ace of Wands is, like I said, something you cannot get enough of. It's like you get the offer, and even if somebody butts back in, noses back around, you'll still keep thinking of that new offer and going, but there's something about it that keeps calling to me. Now, even if you had a commitment in terms of you thought you were going to move into a place or buy a certain vehicle, and you have another opportunity that shows up, a golden opportunity that gives you pause, I still feel like even if you thought you were committed, you're going to go towards the new. It's like it keeps calling to you. And that Ace of Wands is magic. It's wonderful. Now, it all begins here, though, with the Ace of Pentacles. And so that Ace of Wands is the flair. It's the thing that excites you, that has you driven. The Ace of Pentacles says this is going to be very stable. It's a great value if it's something monetary, where you say, I know I'm getting more for my money here, and that's very enticing. It's new resources, and it feels like luck, where you say, I don't know how I got here, but I sure am glad I'm here. So with that Ace of Pentacles energy, I do feel like with this in the subconscious, it's fantastic because it's your point of attraction. So it's pulling things towards you. Okay, it's pulling in the new opportunities, the new people. People that you meet in the Ace of Pentacles energy will be with you for a long, long time to come. And so you'll find with this that you're having honest people show up. You're having situations that are very clearly laid out. If you're doing something with the physical body, here's where you finally get an answer. Here's where you finally say, I think I can move forward. The Tower in the back, again, it feels like something blew up and they're making a sequel. They're trying to make a reappearance. The Tower says, look, this was holding you back. It was not growing with you. It was keeping you from growing. Let go or be dragged. The Tower is like the corporate raider that comes in and says, this is bunk. This is not working. It's not moving forward. It's creating a lot of turmoil. It's creating a lot of what feels like distrust or mistrust. And so it's a tower built on sand. It's not here to last. And so I do feel like something happened. Now, if you took the reins and ended it, good for you, because when you do that in the Tower energy, you feel control, like you have the control. If you don't, then you feel like it's totally out of your hands, and that's when we start to get scared. But with this Four of Swords, I feel like you let it go, and you had a moment here just to get your bearings again. So if, again, somebody has popped back up from something that ended, whether it's a coworker or a business that wants you back after you haven't had them for a few months, or it's a gnarly ex who's like, hey, baby, let's talk. No, I'm back in my groove. I got my mojo back. I'm back on my spiritual beam. And I'll tell you what, if you're spiritually fit, you might find that that is such a big turnoff to you that you go, yeah, no. With this, you've got new opportunities. It gives you, like I always say, the four legs of the table. It gets you back into center where your mind is open, your heart is open, and you're ready to receive. And I feel like when you receive something like the Eight of Swords, that's prickly. It's like, why would I want this back? And so I feel like there may be somebody around you who's not getting the picture, and they may be caught in the Eight of Swords, where they're trying to pull you back into an old pattern that didn't work. And I almost feel like it's repulsive, like it just really turns you off. And so if you haven't had this encounter yet, I feel like it's coming, because this kind of energy, you're not going to want any part of it. So get ready to figure out how you can set a boundary, and it might have to be firm. I had to do that not so long ago with somebody. I'm a Gen Xer, and Gen X women, you know how it is. We got taught to smile and laugh and play things off, and that's why I won't get into the details, but you know, when you watch Oprah Winfrey in the episodes she had on in the 80s, you'll know what I'm talking about. But now we know how to say no, and not, it doesn't mean maybe. And so with this, I feel like it's one of those, okay? So the Ten of Wands shows you've been in a bit of a struggle. You've had some challenges, but you're coming out of that. Don't pick those wands back up. No, thank you. I feel like you've done the heavy lifting. You've done what you needed to do. You're past it. And if you're coming out of it on the other side, don't go backwards. That's what I feel like they're saying. You've paid you've done your time here. You paid the price of contrast. This is not easy energy. And so what you're attracting now is freedom. It's joy. It's trust. It's beautiful. It's shiny. Okay. It's like, look at the shiny thing. It's the Fool. And so with this, people that you're attracting, I feel like you don't have any hesitation with the new people, the new situations. It's robust, and it's an adventure that awaits. This is where you're on a quest. Here's where the journey begins, and it is the path of your most joy. You've learned what you've needed to. Let's move forward. And the people that you attract to in this energy, they don't have old baggage. They're not going to remind you of some time when you might have been embarrassed. You know, and you get embarrassed and people keep bringing it back up, and it's like, who does that to another person? Bye. And so this won't. They will not do that to you. This Five of Wands, there may be something that draws you back. And you might say, well, yeah, it's my family of origin, and we've got holidays. I've got to deal with them again. And that might be why this is here. But, you know, you may have to have an exit strategy if it's something you absolutely cannot avoid doing, where you have a plan ahead of time so you don't get caught. Because I feel like I just don't want you to get ambushed. You have so much joy coming forward that it's like dealing with this. I feel like you won't need to. All right. But it's all about sort of being in this place of this. So this is what you're heading into. This is called attainment. This is a card of abundance emotionally and financially. She lives in luxury. Things are easy street for her, and you don't have to feel guilty. If you left a job to start your own business and you're flourishing, continue to thrive, Leo. She is the path to the heart, and she's also a card of fertility. So if you've had a heck of a time here, and that's what all this represents, you've got baby on the way. Now, others of you, she's ruled by Venus. So it's also saying the love of your life, being on the path of love, being in a place of infinite opportunities, and having supportive people. Okay, that's what you're headed towards. So run to it. Okay, don't let anything hold you back. Now we're going to ask about money again, and we'll wrap up with another oracle about love. Well, you've got detach, and didn't we say that repeatedly? I felt like they were beating that drum so hard today. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment. Abraham Hicks always talks about that. It's like planting the seeds in a garden and then going out with a hose and just spraying them to smithereens. We don't need to dig up the seeds to know that they're growing. Trust that they're going to grow as they're tended with just a normal amount of energy. All right, let's see about love now. Shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, transformation. So you may knock somebody too on their rear end if you move on. They might be shocked by the outcome, but I feel like you got a good one coming in, or if they're already here, continue to continue. I love you, Leo, and I'll be back again soon.